Hi guys, welcome. Today we are going to learn about the stepper motors, and we are going to see how we can use some drivers to drive the stepper motors. And today we are going to program them in a simple mode, and later on in the next tutorial we will see how we can program the stepper motor drivers with the PWM. So first of all, let's see what is a stepper motor. A stepper motor is basically a motor which rotates at discrete steps. So it is very precise in motion, so we can rotate our motor to specific angle in terms of degrees, and we can perform as many rotations as we want, and it's very precise, and the minimum step it can take is 1.7 degrees. Of course, you also have to see your data sheet of the motor to see what is the minimum step angle. The motor I'm going to use today is the bipolar stepper motor, and it has 4 pins, and it can rotate up to 1.7 degrees in a single step. So 200 steps would cause the motor to rotate 360 degrees. We can directly use the transistors with the microcontroller to control the stepper motor, but it's not a good way to control a stepper motor because we have to create some specific logics to drive the motor in steps. So this is going to take a lot of CPU cycles, and we have to write lengthy programs for that, for making some algorithms to control the stepper motor. So for driving the motor we will use a special driver. The driver we are going to use is A4988, and it's a stepper motor driver, and it has some features which are very good, and this driver can do a lot of stuff, and we don't need to program that. We just need to set the direction of the motor, and we have to tell the driver the number of steps we want to rotate. Of course, we can also change the stepping of the motor by using these 3 pins, MS1, MS2 and MS3, and this driver also has the enable pin, so we can use this enable pin to enable and disable the motor. So when the stepper motor is enabled, it has a braking torque, so we cannot rotate the motor when it's enabled, and when it's disabled the motor is free and we can move it by hand. So we have a reset pin, and we have a sleep pin, and a step, and the direction. Here we connect our motor, and here we connect our external power supply, and this one is the logic voltage. We are going to use 3.3 logic, so we are going to provide 3.3 volts here. And if you want to see the microsteppings, we have this small table. You can check out the logic levels on the MS1, MS2 and MS3 pins respectively. If we don't give any logic on MS1, 2 and 3 respectively, then the motor will be working in the full step. So for the full step, one full step is 1.7 degrees. So let's see. Okay, so this is the stepper motor that we are going to use today, and this is a simple bipolar stepper motor with the 4 pins, and the 2 pins are A positive and A negative, and the other 2 pins are B positive and B negative. So here you can see we have 4 motor pins, and I have put a small tape on the head of the motor so that we can see the precise motion of the motor. If you are using a unipolar stepper motor, it would have 5 or 6 wires, and you can just connect the 5th wire with the ground pin, and these are the 4 wires. So how you can see which pins are A and B, you can just check out the data sheet of the motor, and I will also put the link of the motor in the description of this video so you can check it out. Also, I'm just going to put the link for this driver that we are going to use today, so you can check it out in the description of this video. We have 2 sets of pins in this motor, so to see which is the set of the pins, so for that we are just going to connect their ends together and then try to rotate the motor. If the motor can be rotated easily, then it means these pins are not connected, so it's not the motor set, so the coil is not here. And if we try to connect other pin, this one is not with this, and if we try to connect this pin, and we can feel there is a torque, and this motor is a little heavier to move. So this is the first set, and this is going to be a second set. So we have two sets of the pins, and we can just arrange them, and this is the A and this is the B. So we can check with the driver when we will be connecting the driver, and if the pins arrangement is a little different, we can just swap the pins and then we can try it. So these are the 4 pins, and this is the basic stepper motor, and you can see it has very little steps, so we can move it in a quite precise way. And here you can see we have this driver, and this driver has a couple of pins, so I'm just going to explain them here. Now let's see the pins. So if we look here, there is a small EN written here, which means enable. So this is the pin 1. So let's start it from here. So the enable pin, if we don't connect it, the motor is always enabled. This pin can be enabled or disabled. By default it's always enabled. Okay, so the next pin is MS1 and MS2 and MS3. We can use these pins to set the step. So in this tutorial we are not going to use these pins. By default these pins are set to logic 0, so it's always going to be in the full step mode. Then we have other 2 pins which are reset and sleep. So we short circuit these 2 pins by connecting them with each other. And then we have last 2 pins here. The first one is the step pin. This is the pin that is going to be connected with our nRF device. So here we are going to connect it with the pin number 22, and this is the direction pin, so we will connect it with the pin number 23. So by giving a logic 1, it's going to rotate clockwise, and by giving it logic 0, it's going to rotate anti-clockwise. It also depends on the configuration of the pins of the stepper motor, so you have to see this configuration to decide whether it's going to rotate clockwise or anti-clockwise. So we will check it out with the programming. And here the first pin is the external voltage, and our motor can work on the 8 volts, so we can use we are going to connect a 8 volt power supply here, and this is going to be connected with the ground, which is the negative pin of that power supply. Then we have other 4 pins, and here we have these pins configuration similar to this. So we connect pin B and then the second A, and then we will connect the first B, and then we will connect the first A. The last 2 pins are for the logic level, and our logic level is 3 volts. We can give it 3 to 5 volts, and we are using nRF 52832 and nRF 52840, so our logic level is 3.3 volts, so we are going to provide 3.3 volts here, and the ground pin is going to be connected to the ground. One thing to keep in mind, that this ground should also be connected with the microcontroller as well if you are giving some external power. And if you are giving the power from the development board, then you don't need to worry about this pin, because the ground of the development board is also the ground of the microcontroller. These are the basic connections. So here we are going to connect, here is our stepper motor, and let's say we have A1, A2, and we have, let's say this is our stepper motor, and we have 4 pins, B1 and B2. So this A1 is going to be connected here, this B1 is going to be connected here, and then we are going to connect the A pin. A2 pin is going to be connected here, and the last pin is B2, which is going to be connected all the way up to this point. So this is the basic configuration of connecting the driver with the motor. Be careful with this voltage. Don't connect this voltage on this side, otherwise it's going to burn the driver as well, and it's going to burn your microcontroller, so be careful. Okay guys, once the wiring is completed, we are just going to start programming the stepper motor. We will create a new project. So first of all, go into this PC, in the C directory, here go into the nRF SDK and go into the examples, and then let's go into the peripheral and let's copy some simple example, Blinky, and paste it into my projects. Let's rename it as stepper motor control. If you are using nRF5 2832, open this PC A10040, go into the blank, open the SES folder, and then open the EM project file. Let's remove this code. Okay, we are good to go with, let me zoom in a little. Okay, we are good to go with this, and let's configure the pins. So first of all, I'm going to define some pins. So right now we have to configure the pins as output pins. So we are going to use this function. Now let's set the direction of the motor. And we are going to enable the motor. So now if we give a logic 1 and then logic 0, it's going to move the motor by one step, and we are going to give this logic wave for 200 times, and the motor is going to take 200 steps, and the motor is going to rotate by 360 degrees. So let's do that. The less the delay is, the faster the motor is going to move, but there is a limit to this, so I'm just going to give it 800 microseconds delay. I'm just going to give some delay, and then I will change the direction of the motor and then rotate it back. Let's give it a 2000 milliseconds delay, and then we are going to use the same function. And here we are going to change the direction, and our code is complete. Let's build this code. Okay, now the code is built, and let's make sure your device is connected. Click on the target and then click on the connect, and then erase the device, and then let's download the code. And as you can see, the motor is moving, and if I put this as a reference, you can see its accuracy. It's always coming back to the same position, so it's very accurate, and it's mostly used in 3D printers. The motor is moving 2 rounds, and this is because of the full step. So let's change the step to 100. After these 100 steps, it's going to move 1 round because it's so. Let's save it, build it, connect with the target, erase all, and download it. And now you can see the motor is moving just 1 round, and you can see it's precisely moving. By this way you can control the motor. If you have any questions, you can ask me in the comments below. In the next tutorial we will see how we can control the stepper motors with the help of PWM. Alright guys, this is it for today, and I hope so you have learned something new today, and these are the basics of stepper motor. In the next tutorial we will take a look at how to control the stepper motor with the help of PWM, and we can automate these tasks so without using the processor too much. And I will put the link of this motor, the driver, and this DC to DC converter in the description of this video. Be sure to check it out, and if you have any questions you can ask me in the comments. And thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video.